Hey everyone, thank you for being here. Dawn Burgins Tarot, here with your May 2023 General Collective reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So yeah, cards have been pre-shuffled, they've been laid out. I've had some time to process, so we can get started. So we're starting with the Angel God Oracle. This is Harmony and Resolution. Followed by Vulnerability and Freedom. And Intuition and Download. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind as we kind of move through the spread. We'll start with the placement of the general energy, what's going on with Pisces right now, where's Pisces headspace. Okay, we have the Three of Cups and we have the Hangman. Three of Cups and Hangman, and of course in this collective space there are a few different scenarios going on, so I'll start, I'll try to not toggle and jump back and forth too much and try to make it as cohesive as possible. So there is someone that is, for a very few people, because this isn't like a heavy relationship energy that I'm getting more of something that's happening on the heel of a breakup, like someone maybe have been in a relationship and maybe it's still kind of the remnants of it may still be lingering, but I'm thinking that it's done and over with, but there may be someone who is still engaging. This Harmony and Resolution card in the Angel Oracle, it speaks about not having to, get the final word, not going back and forth. You know, what's the expression, beating a dead horse? No offense to the horses. Or engaging in something that's not really beneficial. It's like, what's the point of this? Or trying to get your point across when it doesn't really mean anything one way or the other. Like there's someone who is like talking to a wall or being very repetitive trying to get somewhere, but it's just not, like this person is very staunch and they're not receptive. And it's time to move forward. We have the Queen of Swords and the Justice card beneath the Three of Cups and Hangman, which is some very heavy Libran energy. So there may be a Libra involved in this that you can't quite get through to, or they may have Libra in their chart. Maybe you do. Alternately, because this is beneath the Harmony and Resolution card, and Libra being so much about that harmony and balance and things like that, this could just be about needing to get things in check and getting things being stronger. And by being stronger in a situation, it doesn't mean being more combative. Sometimes it's about having the strength to walk away from a situation and letting the person think whatever they want to think, because it's no bearing on you anyways. And a lot of times, I know ghosting gets a bad rap, but sometimes in certain situations you just have to completely, just cut it off. You know what I mean? Like cold turkey. So yeah, and then that person, if there is any sort of chance or probability of this person ever getting the picture, it's going to be like when they're on their own, in their own time, in their own space. It may hit them one day when you have just gone on about your business and you're not even thinking about it anymore. So people, come to these to resolutions in their own time, or come to, people get the picture in their own timing. Sometimes you going back and forth is not going to resolve anything. So yeah, for some people, this is for some people there could be some sort of back and forth or appeal process going on with maybe a previous employer or someone you have some sort of contractual obligation to, or some sort of connection to. It could be a friendship as well. And what else? I'm seeing that there may be someone who is waiting on word of something, an offer or approval of something, some sort of they're waiting to hear back from someone regarding something, and it's taking a while. So someone is trying to practice patience, channeling their energy, trying to connect. There may be someone who recently has lost a job, and I'm feeling some kind of like energy of like either this is happening or maybe this is something that should happen, like someone who has a lot of time on their hand, like getting to know their neighbors, or maybe there's someone who's gone through something. They're not used to being at home, but they're at home a lot more, and they've started talking to their neighbors more and kind of building a connection. Similarly, there could be someone who is taking time to find some sort of platonic union, maybe a romantic union, but I'm getting a heavy platonic, like friendship energy. They may be online, like posting ads or doing something to try to channel that energy. But so yeah, those are a few different things. This Hangman, for some of these scenarios, I'm getting it in a higher vibe. For some of them, I'm getting it on a lower vibe, meaning there are some people that are having trouble letting go of something. You know, they're having a hard time getting past something, be it an old position or old person. And for other people, they're just like kind of trying to wait patiently. But for those people, they may also be stifling some sort of emotion that they need to tap into. Like they need to allow themselves to feel like there may be some sort of denial. There may be someone who hasn't fully addressed a situation that is happening. Thus, it's like, you know, if you don't, okay, how am I trying to say this? Okay. It's one thing to not stay in a negative space, you know, and to not let the situations you're going through bring you down, of course. But on the opposite end of that, it's like by not addressing a situation or acting like something isn't happening, or trying to be hard all the time or tough all the time, and not letting yourself or allowing yourself to feel, hence this vulnerability and freedom card. It's like nothing is going to heal that way. So for some people, they have to allow themselves to feel the situation. They have to look at it dead on in order to address it and to overcome it. So take that how it fits. Eight of Cups and Three of Pentacles. This is in your placement of how, like this is advice, or how Pisces should be exerting their energy and effort, spending their time. What should they be spending their time on? So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Wait, how is it? It was like this. So Eight of Cups, and we have some heavy Piscean energy through here. Just, you know, we have the Eight of Cups here. We have the Nine of Cups. We have another Eight of Cups. We have the Page of Cups, which is Piscean energy. We have the Hangman, which is Pisces energy. We have the Moon card, which is Pisces. So Pisces is just in the house right now. But yeah, this particular Eight of Cups, it speaks about sharing your talents and gifts with others. You know, it speaks about, in the eight, it is about group, like working together in a group, or connecting with others as well. The Eight of Cups, I mean, we do associate it in a traditional deck, you know, like this Eight of Cups, we associate it with kind of retrieving your happiness. Like we see these 8 cups here, it looks like there's a 9th cup that's missing. And 9 of Cups is about, you know, complete fulfillment and joy as an individual. But in this particular sense, you know, we're talking about, you know, not just doing something that makes you happy, but it's about sharing that happiness and that and your talents and gifts with others. Like this waterfall, it's being channeled into like these 8 different pools. And so, yeah, and I'm just feeling like there's been someone who's been on the receiving end. They've been kind of maybe even drowning in one of those pools on the receiving end, trying to get whatever they can get. But it's time for someone to tap into this waterfall energy. Which, interestingly enough, when I was reading this Harmony and Resolution card, was it the Harmony and Resolution card or Vulnerability and Freedom? Let me see. 1 second. Yeah, okay, so the last line, so when we read, it'll take a long time to read all of this, so I'm just going to read this little excerpt from the Harmony and Resolution card message. It says, through being more caring towards yourself, you will create harmonious energy that will wash out like a wave to all those around you. Trust that this will happen and harmony will be restored. So there may be someone who has just been keeping it all in. But yeah, but this Three of Pentacles, it is, which we have Three of Pentacles twice, like right back to back. Like this is the Three of Pentacles here, but we also have this Three of Pentacles clarifying the Eight of Cups. So it's beside it and it's beneath it as well. So this is heavy. It's saying there is something that may be unfinished. Something, oh y'all, let me breathe. I feel like I'm talking too fast. I'm losing my breath. Hold on. It's like whenever you're getting a lot of thoughts, it's like I'm trying to say everything all at one time. My brain is jumbled. I'm looking at the time. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Whew. So, Three of Pentacles. This Three of Pentacles, okay, we have two different ones. We have the traditional, again, and the more modern take. So, this Three of Pentacles is talking about, like, being inspired. It's inspiration, it's skill, it's the icon or your muse, like what's stoking this interest, you know. And this Three of Pentacles, additionally, it is about maybe not being the most seasoned in something, but being trusted and regarded highly enough that someone is allowing you to take the helm of something. So, and then we also have the Page of Cups beneath the Three of Pentacles. So, taking on something new with this energy, this abandon, and this fresh take, like not be, you know, this is something that's probably more creative for some people. Like, is there, I don't know, like, is there a book that's been unfinished? Like, have you, like, recorded some videos that you haven't uploaded yet because you've been wanting to do, you know, I don't know, maybe you're a comedian and you want to do skits online, or maybe you're a writer who wants to be an author, but you know there's something that's fallen to the wayside, and I'm feeling like there's someone who's been spending energy on something that is the lesser in the grand scheme of things right now. Like there's something very pointed and distinct that Pisces should be focused on. So you'll have to figure out what that is for you. What, like, how do you present yourself? Like, what is it that you're always talking about with someone, wanting to do with someone? Or what is it how are you always presenting yourself to other people? Like, you know how sometimes if we are, like, let's say a person does music or writes music, even though they've never put anything out, they maybe don't even have a finished song, but it's something they identify with, so they say, okay, yeah, I'm a producer, even though they haven't necessarily done it, you know. I'm feeling like maybe there's someone who is introducing themselves as a particular title, but they haven't fully done the work yet, but I'm feeling that someone needs to tap into that. This Page of Pentacles, all these pages, they are symbolic of untapped energy as well, with so many of them being clustered together. There is someone who is wasting or not fully tapping into their potential, and it is time. We have also clarifying this Eight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. We have the Judgment card and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the same clouds that the Judgment, you know, that is okay. The same clouds where we see the image of this angel, and it feels like, you know, that cloud is kind of extending its hand with this Ace of Pentacles energy. So it's just about resigning whatever this old baggage is, getting over something and letting go of something, and channeling, like this Eight of Cups is suggesting, channeling your energy, taking time out of every day to do whatever this is, because this is something that is very auspicious. We have another ace. So we have, I don't know if I've already said this, if so, just ignore it, but we have like multiple Ace of Pentacles, multiple Pages of Cups, multiple Eight of Cups, and multiple Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Yeah, so it's time to get started on something. What we have coming in, Page of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Something is opening up. Pisces is opening up a little more, hence the vulnerability and freedom and wanting to share. Like there may be someone who's been a little bit maybe unsure of themselves. Page of Cups can, you know, represent shyness or just not feeling comfortable in your own skin fully, or not knowing if you have what it takes. I'm feeling for some people, if there's someone who you love and trust, and you trust their decisions and opinions, then I'm feeling, okay, share something with these people to get some feedback, some constructive criticism on something, and that'll help kind of break the ice as far as you sharing yourself. Like if you're someone who's a little bit guarded, yeah, just start taking baby steps to kind of become more comfortable in your own skin. But I'm feeling, whoever this is for, they'll know, but if there's something you have, like creative works or something you've done, some sort of like an online video, like I mentioned the comedian, like doing skits or something like that, or any type of area of interest, share it with someone who you trust and regard. But for other people, I mean, this could be because there is okay, so I mentioned that there has been someone who's gone through a breakup. Let me see what I see in regards to that. Because there is, definitely a new foundation being set and a new opportunity is presenting itself. We do have, okay, so beneath this Page of Cups, and I'm feeling like if this is, because this may be a new love situation for some people who is going to open up. Like there may be someone in their previous relationships, they haven't been the most, again, vulnerable. I don't want to overuse that word, but it applies. So there may be someone who wasn't fully out of their comfort, who didn't know how to step fully out of their comfort zone. Like for some people, I'm getting this energy like they didn't like to be seen in the nude, like with their previous partner. They felt very uptight. It felt like a tense relation, even though it may have been a relationship, but it felt a little bit tense. But whatever is coming in, or whomever is coming in, I'm feeling like there's going to be a lot more freedom with this person. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable sharing yourself, your body, your opinions, whatever the case may be. But there also needs to be some work done, like some internal work done as well, is what I'm getting for some people. And I'm feeling that for some, like there may be like this hangman energy. I keep looking at that. If things are feeling stuck right now, I just feel like, okay, for example, and this is I don't come up with analogies on the spot very well. I'm not good at that, so I'll try my best. But like, okay, like sometimes I'll be at home, right? And I'm like, okay, and there are some things that I've been, like endeavors that I've been, dabbling in. Anyway, some things I've been trying to get off the ground as well. And so it's like, when you're here and there's nothing going on, it's like you just keep checking your emails and your texts to see if there's anyone, any good news, anything coming in. But it's like, it's at the times like when I start to get busy, like when I have appointments, and I have to take my daughter somewhere. I have to go to the grocery store, come home and cook, and I've kind of thrown my phone down somewhere and have forgotten about it. And then I come back and then I see, missed messages or missed calls or something. And it's like, I'm saying that the best way I can put it on the spot is like, it feels like staying busy or getting busy, it kind of makes things move like all around us. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when we become busy and we stop focusing on something so intently, it's like that's when things start to take shape. So I'm thinking that someone needs to focus on other things and get their mind on something else, and things are going to start flourishing like super quick. But where was I? We had the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Wands beneath this Page of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this Page of Pentacles, it is laying the groundwork for now on, pretty much. Like this Page of Pentacles, which is about, Pentacles, yes, it's finances, but it's also like our foundation, it's our energy, our time, and just it's the ground we're standing on, it's earth. But I'm feeling that this Pentacles is laying the groundwork for this Four of Wands. Like this, there's an empty field here, and then when you look over here, there's a castle with a lot of celebratory energy around it, and it's starting from this one step. Like I think about the Page of Wands a lot when I think about the pages, because I think about how in the traditional deck, you know, he has that posture, his shoulders are back, his chest is pumped out, or her chest is pumped out. And she, you know, and that one leg is bent, and it looks like she's about to take steps, you know, but there's this energy of, you know, like she's having to hype herself up. She's getting her head in the game. She hasn't taken the steps yet, but she's on her way, you know. So the pages, it's like I'm feeling like there's someone who just needs to take that one step forward, and it's going to lay the groundwork for your future success, your happiness. I'm feeling like this is something that is going to lend to your independence, because having a good stable foundation as an independent person and an individual, it lends to a great relationship with others. And again, I am feeling a lot of group camaraderie, like a lot of, because again, the eights, they represent that as well, coming together with others. So this may be something like when I pulled your cards for like, I asked for personality or like character, personality or physicality, like characteristics for whomever this may be involving, which in the collective space, especially if multiple people see this, it's not going to touch all the bases, obviously, but I did get this energy. I'll get on these in a minute, but this was the initial energy of whom this is involving. And if you notice, like these, both of these cards, the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups, which is also a card of Pisces, by the way, there's a large group of people in both of these cards. So whatever this is, like if this is something you're getting involved in, let's just use like like, okay, something creative, I'll just say a singer, an up-and-coming artist, you know, your engineers, I'm seeing like engineers or producers that may be, because these are ethnic, like this is a native tribe, and in this Ten of Cups, there's like a myriad of different tones. So there may be like a multicultural type of like production team or engineers that are working on this with you, or if it's someone who's writing a book, maybe the publishers, or this could just be your audience, you know, like just a varying group of people that are watching your content or something like that is what I'm getting. I also got a lot of fire. Hold on, let me see what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, and so I got the energy of a fire sign coming in, and this person's birthday may be April the 7th. Let me make sure I have that right. Yeah, April the 7th. Just because these two cards came out back to back as well, and they're both fire energy, and it's 4 and 7, which is Aries energy. So, but that's, you know, and what else? And again, like I mentioned before, there was a lot of Libra here, and now the first cards that popped out were all Libra, or were conducive to Libran energy. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the Justice card again, and we have this King of Cups energy, which is also Scorpio, but there's Libra intertwined in that as well. Someone could have a puppy, like some sort of, maybe like a Lhasa Apso, or like a Yorkie or something like that, like one of the floofy pups, like kind of little. What else am I getting? I know it's going to be something, and I'm going to be like, I forgot this, like I usually do, but it is what it is. I have, okay, so we've gone through the fact, we've gone through, let me see, I've mentioned rather the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, that there's a lot of Piscean energy and Libran energy. We also have Capricorn. Pisces. Okay, yeah, we also have Capricorn. We have Gemini. What is this? Three of Cups. Okay, we have Cancerian energy as well. So we have those energies, but what's standing out, and Aries. Did I say Aries already? Okay, and Aries. So, but the most prevalent are definitely Pisces. So you may end up dealing with another Pisces, or there may be just, you know, and Libra. Those are the two most prevalent signs here in Aries. What else was I going to say? There may be someone here who, because I pull my letter cards in groups. So my first group came out and it was MEX. So there may be someone who is of Mexican origin, or someone that knows someone who's involved in this situation. Like maybe the ex has some sort of, is of Mexican heritage or is mixed with Mexican heritage. I also got in this cluster, we have the word, depending on how you look at it, hold on, peer or reap. So you can take that on P-E-E-R, hold on, or R-E-E-P. So reap or peer, but I think in this situation, it can be both. I'm not going to, you get what I'm saying, R-E-E-P or P-E-E-R. So Mexican, peer or reap. So there may be, you know, and we've spoken about kind of trying to get, well, I don't know if I mentioned that or if I got too deep into that, but just trying to touch bases or opening up more to other people that may be in alignment with what you're doing. Because if this isn't, like, if you know someone who is in the same facet, or if you're trying to meet someone that kind of does what it is you're trying to do, or reaching out to someone who may be a little bit established in what you're trying to do, like, we live in an age where everyone is accessible. So just put together your best work and start knocking on doors, you know, not, you know, literal doors, but DMing people, you know, being unorthodox, you know. Art shouldn't have boundaries, and I understand there are checks and balances and procedures and ways of going about doing things, like, but, you know, sometimes you have to think outside of the box and in an unorthodox manner. That's for some people. Another word that I got, like, when I was pulling my next four, I never pull more than 4 unless one pops out, but I have V, E, G, and A, so that could be someone's last name, maybe Vega. I'm not sure, I don't want to misappropriate or anything, so I meant Vega. It can be a Hispanic name, so maybe, or a Latino name, and we did say Mexican, but I don't, you know. Also, it could be someone that's a vegan, or what else? Vegan, Vega, or Vegas, yeah, okay. Or someone who lives in Vegas, or is trying to go to Vegas, or is trying to work in Vegas, or something like that. So, y'all, this is so much. And I was trying to stay under 20 minutes, and that didn't happen. So, but it is what it is. That's what I have for you guys, Pisces. Oh, and I'll just hit on this real quick. Intuition and downloads. Did I already hit on this? Intuition and downloads. Sequences of numbers, of letters, you know, seeing something repetitively, the same little bird coming in your yard, chirping at you, butterflies. Some people say feathers. Some people, like me, I felt a kiss in the middle of the night. My kids were like, oh, you were just dreaming. I'm like, I do not think so. I'm very into, I know what I felt. I felt a breath on my cheek, and I felt a kiss on my cheek. That's what, but I know it wasn't them in the middle of the night. And I opened my eyes, and nothing's there, but it was so palpable, like so palpable. And then there are a series of letters that I see every time I get into a vehicle. Like if I get cut off, if I park and come back out and there's a car in front of me, there are a series of letters that I see, and it's just too many to be a coincidence. So I'm like, okay, maybe those initials are the initials of my next person, which I'm not even, you know, looking for that type of thing. But if it happens, you know, if I meet someone with those initials, I'm going to be like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to know this person in some kind of way. And yeah, and of course our birthdays, like whenever I see my birthday in any sequence, you know, I pay attention to that as well. But blah, blah, blah. That's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Dawn Burgess Tarot. Have a great rest of your May, and I will see you next time. Bye.